Once you make it to your point of making it, you'll appreciate the struggle. If stars needed the sky's permission to shine, the universe would be a very dark place. To shine your brightest light is to be who you truly are. I've never seen anything as bright as the rays of kindness. With every part you act, there must be a little of yourself in it. If there isn't, it's not acting, it's lying. Too much action with too little intent makes for wasteful exertion of energy and the confusion between movement and progress. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. It would be so nice if something made sense for a change. As the questioner, you have the natural advantage of control. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Sometimes I think my head is so big because it is so full of dreams. I've heard that the soul often recognizes truth when it hears it, even if the mind does not. Life is too short or too long for me to allow myself the luxury of living it so badly. There are some things that it is better to begin than to refuse, even though the end may be dark. Everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end. Hopes, wants, and wishes, all cast across the night sky with my heart in tow. Happiness is something we reap from the seeds we sow. Plant misery seeds, and that is what you reap. Head versus heart. A crowded mind leaves no space for a peaceful heart. Nothing makes a person happier than having a happy heart. We follow the codes not because they bring gain, but because we loathe the people we would otherwise become. Some battles don't have a winner. Sometimes the best a good general can hope for is a ceasefire. Try not to become a man of success. Rather, become a man of value. We need to renew ourselves often. Even temples need renovation. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. Stanford University Commencement Speech, 2005. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Failure is a bend in the road, not the end of the road. Learn from failure and keep moving forward. The truth has always been a more complex commodity than the market can easily package and sell. You can't dwell on what might have been done, and it's not fair to condemn him for something he hasn't done. Learn from stars, even in the dark, that give off light, not despair. Behold the power of the truth. When people see its shadow on the wall, they don't want to take the time to look away. I need you to be happy. I need one of us to be happy. If a man confessed anything on his deathbed, it was the truth, for no man could stare death in the face and lie. Only those people create history who doesn't live in the future. Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. Some people avoid thinking deeply in public, only because they're afraid of coming across as suicidal. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose and fell, and you can foresee the future too. Everybody gets so much information all day long that they lose their common sense. A conscious human is driven by their conscience, not popular opinion. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true. However cozy things seem, the facts of life were the same. You couldn't escape death. It would get us all in the end. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. I never expect a perfect work from an imperfect man. The true hypocrite is the one who ceases to perceive his deception, the one who lies with sincerity. We reveal most about ourselves when we speak about others. Mr. Franz, I think careers are a 20th century invention, and I don't want one. I'm hungry for a juicy life. I lean out my window at night, and I can taste it out there, just waiting for me. In practical life, we are compelled to follow what is most probable. In speculative thought, we are compelled to follow truth. Beyond the fiction of reality, there is the reality of the fiction. I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm dead. It amazed me how quickly a lie loses its power in the face of truth. If you want to turn your life around, start enjoying the little things in life with a big, big smile. Truth is as straight as an arrow, while a lie swivels like a snake. I hope you live a life you're proud of. If you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start all over again. There is nothing more important than your eternal salvation. It is almost impossible to carry the torch of truth through a crowd without singeing somebody's beard. The act of going within, finding our truth, and then sharing it, it helps us far more than we know. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. One way of looking at speech is to say that it is a constant stratagem to cover nakedness. Accidents happen. Our bones shatter, our skin splits, our hearts break. We burn, we drown, we stay alive. Don't leave a piece of jewelry at his house so you can go back and get it later. He may be with his real girlfriend. Each affects the other, and the other affects the next, and the world is full of stories, but the stories are all one. Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself. It's impossible to walk through solid rock. You have to walk between the molecules that make up the rock. Liberty without learning is always in peril, and learning without liberty is always in vain. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is at all comprehensible. Many people pray to be kept out of unexpected problems. Some people pray to be able to confront and overcome them. We are not leaving anyone behind. We have to stick together in order to stay safe. Man keeps looking for a truth that fits his reality. Given our reality, the truth doesn't fit. After all, a homeless man has reason to cry. Everything in the world is pointed against him. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. The elegance under pressure is the result of fearlessness. Identifying your core values and goals is an incredibly important step on the road to achieving success. All our knowledge has its origin in our perceptions. You can't always judge people by the things they've done. You got to judge them by what they are doing now. There is no saint without a past, no sinner without a future. Mostly, the world sees you the way you see yourself. Happiness is not the absence of problems, it's the ability to deal with them. There is beauty everywhere. Even in the dark, there is light, and that is the rarest kind of all. That is why enemies can be great motivators. They serve as fuel for your fire. Stress is a consequence of negative happenings or impact in life, but important is how to overcome it. The worst thing, he told me, is bitterness. People end up saboteur. Real courage is when you know you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and see it through no matter what. Choose to correct your mistakes rather than comparing it to others. People throw stones at you, and you convert them into milestones. I wish to tell the truth, for truth always conveys its own moral to those who are able to receive it. Forever friends are a treasure chest of understanding and compassion. Cherish them. Anger exceeding limits causes fear, and excessive kindness eliminates respect. Stop longing. You poison today's ease, reaching always for tomorrow. Thank heaven for people who are satisfied with facts that conform to the reality they wish to believe. If everything was perfect, you would never learn and you would never grow. To be successful, you need friends, and to be very successful, you need enemies. It's a big world, but we are small. Every little thing matters a lot. The smallest act of kindness makes you more beautiful than any expensive dress or makeup. Never mourn the loss of innocence, because it always brings the much greater gain of wisdom. Trust the soul above all things, for it is made by the divine hand and woven with threads of truth, eternity, and light. Courage is feeling fear, not getting rid of fear, and taking action in the face of fear. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get.